It's that time again. Todd Howard's back, and Todd Howard is doing what he does best, hyping up a Bethesda game to ridiculous heights.
Emil, your lead designer, was talking about how many endings you guys were tossing around for the game. Now that everything's kind of more solidified, have the number of endings in this game been finalized? When you again, it was I think the number tossed around was somewhere around a dozen last year when you were first starting to talk about it. So how's that coming along, that part of the project?
Being that we are Bethesda, everything gets a bit big, so as of last week, we're over 200 endings. That is not an exaggeration.
Oh my God.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how Todd Howard can walk out there, can even give any sort of statements talking about a game being great or having some sort of feature that's amazing. You gotta respect the commitment. You know, the only other person I've seen tell this many lies with a straight face is Darkside fucking Phil.
Wanted to hit an 11-year-old girl. You're right. I just wanted to just, punch a girl right in the fucking face. I cop up to that one. No! What the fuck are you talking about? And there was a girl on there who obviously should not have been playing VR chat unsupervised. Why the fuck her parents are letting her play VR chat, the world of disgusting people going in there saying swears and sexual things and all kinds of fucked up stuff, right?
Can we please go in the waiting room?
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Right behind you, idiot. You click on that. I'm 11.
You're 11? Good, now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that. What the fuck? Now, if I had actually said on stream I want to beat up an 11-year-old girl, do you think I'd be on Twitch today?
And we make fun of Phil. Todd Howard has been coined God Howard. DSP's been called the pig roach. They're technically the same. It's just one is actually part of a successful game company for God knows what reason at this point, and the other one is fighting to save his house.
The other thing that's very alarming is that I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, and the incredible amount of games, new games that I'll be buying. Just in particular, this week coming up, I'm buying 3 games.
Elder Scrolls 6 is designed for people to play it for a decade at least, says Todd Howard. Here we go again. The legend continues. Another fanciful lie to get the fanboys completely hyped for something that isn't real. He just doesn't stop doing this shit. He's done this every game that has come out. Every game Bethesda's put out, Todd Howard comes out and says something wild. Everyone. Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long way off with Bethesda's sci-fi project, Starfield. Oh my God. I forgot about Starfield. Is that an Unreal Engine 4 as well as Skyrim? Sorry. It's just like, I got Skyrim on the brain because someone tweeted me that Google Stadia doesn't have Skyrim, so Skyrim will be on it. And now that's all I could think. It's coming. The dude is fucking right. The guy's a sage. What I meant to say is Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield both on Unreal Engine 4, or is it just Elder Scrolls 6? I think Bethesda learned their lesson with Fallout 76. They're like, okay, we better go to some other engine because the people are pissed. Starfield, I don't know shit about, and I don't care because it's a Bethesda game. Anyway, the article says when Elder Scrolls finally does come here, it will be here to stay for as long as Skyrim. Bethesda game. Oh my God, I almost vomited. I'm sorry. Let me try this again. When the new Elder Scrolls finally does get here, it'll be here to stay for at least as long as Skyrim, Bethesda Game Studios director Todd Howard confirmed in the recent interview. Of course. And guess what else it'll have? It'll have paid mods. I wonder if they're going to run some sort of exclusivity, like only have it on Bethesda.net and Epic Game Store, because technically, Elder Scrolls 6 is using Unreal 4. So there's a shot it's in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Epic Game Store shot them like, hey, if you make it an exclusive to our platform, we'll slide you a couple $1 million. Oh, God. I'm already thinking about what this is going to be. You know they're going to have their shitty-ass Creation Club in the mix. You just know it. And I shouldn't even talk about this, really, because if I start talking about what I think, because if they pull the same crap they did with Fallout 4, man, I'll lose it. I'll lose it because Fallout 4 was horrible. They do that with Elder Scrolls, man. Jesus Christ. I know Skyrim was a step back, but I'll take another version of Skyrim over Fallout 4 with swords, dude. Anyway, IGN talked to Papa Todd. It's about likely a decade-plus gap between Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, Howard first pointed out, which means they're definitely going to milk this for as long as they can. Like, the game plan is they're going to put this out, games as service it, so they're going to have paid DLC, well, of course it'd be paid DLC, but like paid mods. That's where they're really going to get you. Howard first pointed out to Elder Scrolls Online and praised its development at ZeniMax Studios. And I quote, "It's not that we're not feeding high-quality Elder Scrolls to people." What? It's not that we're not feeding high-quality Elder Scrolls to people. Howard continued before admitting he knows many people are hungrier than ever for a new trip to Tamriel via the unique sort of open-world RPG that Bethesda Game Studios creates. Yeah, very unique. Buggy, crappy storylines 9 times out of 10. I mean, come on. Come on. Bethesda's not been good in a long time. In Elder Scrolls Online, I was one of the people on the pre-alpha and the beta. That's how deep I was into the Bethesda. I was such a fanboy back in the day. They used to let me test some of their games. This is to let you know how far I've fallen out of grace. You know, I remember playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I had to fill out this gigantic survey as to what I thought of it and what could be fixed, and I was so disgusted with it. I think I filled it out and complained. Needless to say, what Gundam complains about something that sucks that would never happen? But for real, that game sucked. I heard they turned it around, but when it launched, it was bad. And I wouldn't be surprised if the thought process with Fallout 76 is, well, yeah, it launched bad, but we'll fix it later like we did with Elder Scrolls. And for me personally, no, fuck Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not coming back. The only game that launched that was crap at the beginning that brought me back was Final Fantasy XIV Online. I'll give them that. Todd Howard then says, they want a certain type of experience that is very, it's what we've done. It literally says that. I'm not joking. It literally said that. You could pick up this water bottle. You could do X, Y, and Z things that we love. The gap in between is obviously going to be long. It already is. I don't know what the fuck Todd Howard's talking about right here. Maybe I need a video of this. I wish they had video clips. That's what IGN should have did. On one hand, I think it's good to miss things. I think that makes people come to it with really fresh eyes. And I think when they eventually see the game and what we have in mind, they'll understand the gap more in terms of technology and what we can do. You guys are using Unreal Engine 4. Anything outside of that tired-ass creation engine would be a leap forward. Todd Howard's talking almost as if they created a whole new engine for this, when they're literally just using a superior engine, which they should have done years ago. Unreal 4 has been out for a long time. Let it go, Gundam. Move on with this goddamn story. People have lives. One thing the gap does is people are still playing Skyrim. It's still one of the best-selling games. I know people joke about it online, but it's one of the best-selling games on Switch. Outside of Nintendo first-party games, what the fuck is on the Switch? They put Skyrim on Stadia now. Skyrim will be best-selling on Stadia. I mean, the pickings is slim. If you don't get off on Mario-related bullshit on the Switch, you don't have much to choose from. Of course, people are still playing Skyrim. The mod community is the only reason people play Skyrim. No one on the fucking console is playing Skyrim. Maybe 10 dudes. The original Skyrim. People are playing the remastered Skyrim BS on console because they can pay for mods now. Mods are the only reason why anyone touches that fucking game. Don't pretend that Skyrim was revolutionary. It had 5 minutes when Skyrim was hot. And everybody made the arrow to the knee joke. That's the only thing you can think of when it comes to Skyrim vanilla. Arrow to the knee and did somebody take your sweet roll? That's it. Nothing else. If it wasn't for Macho Man Randy Savage Dragons, we would not be here today. Todd Howard and Skyrim, my God. Skyrim is popular because of the efforts of the community, not because of Bethesda itself. If there were no mods for Skyrim, no one would give a shit about that game. No one would give a shit. You could mod a whole bunch of other Bethesda games, but Skyrim has the best mods. That's all there is to it. That one was at least a step forward enough to where modding it was simple. Unlike all the other fucking Bethesda games. Fallout 3, man, that's a headache to mod. I hate modding that game. I hate it. I might play it vanilla, that's how much I hate trying to figure that shit out at the time. My God. Let it go, man. I can't believe Bethesda. I'm sorry. That just bothers me. It's like, people love Skyrim. Doy! If dude, my Ford Mustang, if I could get free mods for my car, and everyone could get free mods for their Ford Mustangs because the community was just that brilliant, we'd all love Ford Mustangs more than we do now. But you know what I mean. Ford Mustangs would be the most popular car in the world if that was the case. What do you think Bethesda's trying to capitalize on paid mods? Because they know that if they can get monetization and those motherfuckers get a piece of the action, Bethesda will be able to just put out some baseline motherfucking game and let the community put out mods for them while they collect money. Imagine if you got paid for someone else doing your homework. It's essentially you get the grade, but you know what I mean. Let's move on. I'm sorry. Anything we put on it becomes a hit. What? Okay, let me read this again. I know people joke about it online, but it's one of the best-selling games on Switch. Anything we put it out on, it becomes a hit game. And they love it. They still play it. It's almost infinitely playable. All of the mods and everything like that. And we're 8 years post Skyrim. It's let us know going into Elder Scrolls 6 that this is a game we need to design for people to play for a decade at least. You want people to play for a decade at least, Todd? I'll come in there and help everybody. Make this shit mod friendly. Make it mod friendly. That's it. Do some good quests, but make sure there are tools for the community to fix all the fuck ups you assholes will do. I'll come in there like Gordon Ramsay. It's not rocket science. Make a decent game, no voice acting for the protagonist characters. Focus on quests. Focus on the world being beautiful. Focus on it being as bug-free as humanly possible, you schnurrs. Then, before we do DLC, we put the mod tools out. And we make them easy to use for modders. Please, for the love of God, don't make it have to become coding on a NASA level for the modders. And Skyrim will live for eternity. But they don't want that. There's no money in that. There's no money in that. They're like, but where do we make the money? You can make DLC. We need to plan the DLC first. No. Put out the game, then come up with something. Make the DLC an expansion, please. And that's when, like, Pete Hines would come out of nowhere, choke me out, and drag me out of the room. Never mind him, guys. He's fired. He was never here. Focus on monetization. Focus on recurrent user spending. Don't listen to this guy. My tools. Shut the fuck up, you dirty bastard. Focus on mini DLC paid mods. What the hell is Todd Howard saying? Like, Todd Howard honestly feels like the reason Skyrim was successful because it was Skyrim. No, the mods were what made this shit live so long. I can see the memes about playing Elder Scrolls 6 on your PlayStation 7 and flying cars heading up display now. But Howard's right. If everybody really was sick of Skyrim, people wouldn't still be buying it almost 8 years later. Assuming Elder Scrolls 6 lives up to their predecessor, there's no reason to think people will tire of anything too quickly. I don't even know who wrote this article. Connor. Is this guy from PC Gamer? Because this says Games Radar, but it looks like the same font as PC Gamer. Like, the whole web design looks like PC Gamer. The reason why people bought it on the Switch is because if you're tired of playing Mario, Luigi, and Pokemon, you don't have much choices on the Switch to play anything else. So, of course, Elder Scrolls sold well on that. For God's sakes. If you aren't living... Like, look at Nintendo. For real. What is everybody playing that has a Switch and all this other crap? Smash Brothers. You go in the Nintendo section of Twitch, everyone's playing goddamn Smash. Smash, like, dude, Nintendo, for real? The Smash community is like a starving fucking dog. When there's no Smash, all people do is wait for the next Smash to come out because the only esport for fucking Nintendo is goddamn Smash. These motherfuckers like, I can't pay my rent. When's Smash 18 coming out? Lord, please. Reggie Fils-Aimé, come back. So if you ain't living and breathing Smash, all you got is Skyrim. Skyrim being re-released on consoles with mods is the only reason why anyone bought fucking Skyrim Remastered, dude. That's why. It was the mod community. Why are we sitting here pretending that Skyrim is so goddamn prolific? People had to buy it twice. Because of mods! It's for console gamers who are afraid to build a PC to put mods in their fucking game because they're too goddamn lazy to read an INI file. Get real here. Bethesda knows that. Jesus Christ. Sitting here pretending I liked Skyrim when it came out. But after I beat it on PlayStation 3, I was donezo with that game. Then waiting for them to finally put out the DLC on PlayStation because it was so hard to program for. I'll cut Bethesda slack there. But still, after I beat the DLC, donezo. When I got on PC, I was like, okay, let's see what the mods are about. Then I started playing Skyrim in a whole new way. It was like a different fucking game. That was the only reason. Mods. I was like, let's see what these mods are about. Skyrim's like $8 on the Steam sale. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a revelation. What have I been doing with consoles my whole fucking life? Punch me in the cock and wiggle my nuts. I've been fucking up. It's like when you're in love with one girl and you think she's the greatest thing on the planet. Then she leaves you and you meet this other girl and she's a billion times better than the last girl. You're like, why was I hung up over this bitch? She was a fucking retard. This new girl, she's amazing. She smokes crack with her toes. I'm not advocating that, but you know what? Jesus Christ. I went off the handle. I thought this was going to be 5 minutes. I'm the worst YouTuber on the fucking planet, bro. This was my old wallet. Now you're looking at the new wallet Ridge sent me weeks ago. Look how nice and professional it looks. I mean, I literally just put a swivel on my camera and went around it, and it looks almost like a commercial that's worthy of being on a channel that has 1 million subscribers. The Ridge wallet has 30,000 5-star ratings, and they stand by the quality of the product. If you don't love it, they will refund your money and you can send it back for free. They pay for the shipping. It comes in titanium, carbon fiber, and aluminum, and a dozen other styles that will make you look so much more sexy to women. At least that's what I tell myself when I pull out the wallet and I smile and wink at the girl behind the counter. Then she immediately calls for a manager. That's a sign of love. You can get 10% off your order from Ridge Wallet if you use the promo code It's a Gundam. That's right, they're sponsoring me because someone over at Ridge is suffering from brain damage and hasn't realized the horrible mistake they've just made. So we're going to run with it until they catch on and inevitably fire me. You know the best part of the Ridge Wallet? I'm able to throw away the wallet my ex-fiance gave me. That'll teach her for leaving me. Now look at me. I have a $115 wallet and I cry alone in my pillow. Who's laughing now?